Alright guys, so I'm in my apartment. That didn't really help. As soon as I got home, I got an email about our annual fire alarm inspection coming up. So this is going to be probably the first and maybe only video, depends if I renew my lease next year, in this apartment that is not EAS related. So here's the notice right here. Dear residents, we are required by state law to annually inspect our fire systems on property. We will be conducting our inspections on Tuesday, June 3rd and Wednesday, June 4th. We will have someone from the fire safety company inside your apartment home to inspect the fire sprinkler heads and fire extinguishers. In order to speed up the process on the date noted, please crate or secure pets in a bedroom/bathroom and place a sign on the room door. Unlock deadbolts and place your fire extinguisher on the counter in plain sight. Inspections will be taking place during normal business hours, approximately 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Please ensure access is available these days. Non-access can result in a fine to the resident if the licensed technician is required to reschedule an additional trip. Please disregard any alarms you hear during the inspections. This is a mandatory inspection and required by the city of San Antonio and state of Texas, but more importantly, we want our residents to be protected in the event of an emergency. Thank you for your cooperation, your management staff. So in case you guys didn't know, I actually used to do fire inspections. Actually, my most popular video on my channel is a fire inspection. But one of the main inspections I did was apartments. So I am very familiar with this whole process. A lot of times the residents would not leave the extinguisher on the counter, but some of them did. Usually whenever I did a fire inspection, we would go under the sink, get the extinguisher. So first thing you do is check the manufacturing date. This one looks like it was made in 2020. And then you want to make sure that it is still full. If it's in the red at all, it needs to be serviced. And then the next thing you would do is go around checking all of the sprinkler heads. So you want to make sure that there is no paint on any of those red bulbs, because if there is, in case you guys don't know how a sprinkler head works, this heats up, and once it gets to about this one specifically, since it's red, I think it's 135 degrees. Once it reaches that temperature, it'll burst and then water will start flowing. Obviously, if it's painted, the reaction time is going to be slightly diminished. There's also one over here above the sink. This one is also fine. I've been in some buildings where literally every single one of them is painted. I have an endless amount of interesting inspection stories. That one apartment complex, I think it was like close to 500 sprinkler heads that they had to replace. This one right here above my radios, oh, that one's but that means it's sideways. That one's also good. In my bathroom, got one right here above the wall plug. And then the one in my closet, as you can see, is good. It almost looks like it's a little painted, but I mean, barely. That's not even close to enough to do anything. So yeah, I have some camera angles set up. So here's my main one. It's basically just going to be like that. So you have the low frequency sounder and then the door right there. And then this is the mic I'm going to be using. This is going to be the webcam, but obviously, as you guys know, Logitech webcams are absolutely terrible with audio. So here's how I do my audio. I have to send the mic. I have mutes inverted for those of you who know what that is. My second and third camera angle is using my old laptop. So that's my outside scene, and then I have living. So living room, it's missing the eyes because my eye key does not work on this computer. But that camera that you're seeing right there comes out of the laptop, goes, and is right there. And then my living room camera, got a good view of the L series and the kitchen, and it is somewhat hidden right there, even though there's a very obvious red light. But yeah, so that's me. So anyways, guys, I will join you back tomorrow for the inspection.
Maintenance, final inspection. Motorcycle rider. Maybe. Or police.
Hi guys, so I'm on my lunch break. I decided to come back home to see if I saw a Pi Barker van. So yeah, I guess they already did my building. So as I'm editing this video, I realized I never actually recorded a transition for this part. So it turns out day one, which was Tuesday, was actually just extinguisher and sprinkler, I guess, because they did the alarms today. So here is the alarm portion, which is probably what y'all have been waiting for.
This is a test. This is a test. This is a test. This is a test of the National Weather Service NOAA weather radio. The preceding signal was a test of this weather radio station's public warning system. During potentially dangerous situations, specially built receivers can be automatically activated by the signal to warn of the impending hazard. Tests of the signal and receiver's performance are normally conducted by the National Weather Service between 10 a.m. and noon each Wednesday. If there is a threat of severe weather, the test will be postponed to the next available good weather day. Reception of this broadcast, and especially the warning alarm tone, will vary at any given location. This variability, normally more noticeable at greater distances from the transmitter, can occur even though you are using a good quality receiver in good working order. The warning alarm tone will be activated for hazardous conditions. The station you are listening to and the counties we alarm for are listed in a statement at the top of each hour. Your weather synopsis for South Central Texas. Rain may be locally heavy as well for isolated instances of